Evening, everyone. Evening. Hope you're all well. I managed right to that tonight, 6 o'clock, bang on the knot. Apologies for this morning again to everyone. It was a disaster. Don't need to go into it, but it won't happen again. So that's all I can say. Apologies. But we're back tonight. We'll have a little chat. I might stick the link in at some stage, see if anyone wants to come on. Well, I probably will. I've got it here ready. I'll be honest with you. Sheriff's out tonight. I don't know what Nigel's doing. He's probably had a long day at work. They might jump on. They might well do. It might just be me. It might be some others. It all depends. But I'll probably stick the link in. And anyone who wants to come on and have a word, by all means, you can do so. So I hope everyone's well. Like I say, we'll have a chat generally. We'll say a few hellos. Big up to you, Logan. Big up to you, mate. Thanks for being in again. Yeah, we'll try and have a little show, Lo. We'll try and make up for the shit show that was this morning from me. But there you go. We're back now. Big up to Anthony. Big up, mate. Hope you're well. I think everyone's okay. Yeah, Marianne, YouTube member. Big up to you, Marianne. Hope you're well. Everything's good here. Lee's in. May the force be with you. Come on, you Spurs, he says. As usual, to be honest with you, because Payne is in here all the time. Let's be fair. I have to make him supermodel or something. I have to do something with him. Oh, Lee. Just to get the Butty report every day. I hope the blood pressure's all right, mate, by the way. I hope you're feeling okay, Lee. Billy's in. What do you make of the Champions League draw? Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone. Very difficult game. Very difficult 2 games. Over 2 legs. Back like in the old days. Used to have 1-leggers now and again. And I always used to say, Spurs against anyone, over 1 leg, we can beat anyone. It don't matter who it is. On our night, we can beat anyone. I don't know if I could say that right now. You never know. 90 minutes in the Champions League. Who knows? I'm probably very doubtful. A very good side, Atletico Madrid. Very good side. So, be interesting though, Billy. Yeah, the best way to look at it is, Billy, I would say, is that you've seen us in the European football this year, and you've seen us in the Premier League, right? For me, when I watch both, I just think that you get more time on the ball, or we have had. What I should say is, so far in the games that we've played up to now, including Dortmund in that. And especially the Dortmund game, look how well it looked that we played. And we did play well. There's no doubt about it. We did play well. But in the European games, it looks like you get more time on the ball. And perhaps that's what we're lacking, that half a second, whatever it is, in the Premier League. So, yeah, it's a difficult draw, Billy. It's a difficult draw for me, but we'll see how we go. I think Atletico of now is, another step, if not 2 up from what we've been playing in the Champions League. It'll be interesting over 2 legs to see what their approach is. I would imagine keep it as tight as you can at White Hart Lane. If you can nick a goal, happy days. And we'll sort them out when we get back to our place. Maybe, as far as Simeone is concerned. But big up to you, Billy. Thanks for being in, mate. Wembers is in. Big up, Wembers. Evening all. I feel that Eagles' take on the squad's fitness at least shows signs of proactivity on behalf of team management. Finally, maybe the worm is finally turning. Well, not being rude, I'll just take that down, Wembley, so I can't keep doing this. Yeah, he's come out and said he don't think they're fit enough. We've seen the training videos. We've all seen them of them running about like it's pre-season, and someone even put in pre-season drills in February. You know, so what have they been doing if they're not fit? And the problem is that, you know, a bit of training this week, it might take a bit longer than that. If they're not as fit as what he's saying, it might take 2 or 3 weeks before you see the effects of it. But again, it's interesting. It is really interesting to see when other people come in, and I'm sure there's certain things that he says in press conferences, like most managers, that's scripted. But I also think, in a funny sort of way, he gives you a clue of what he really thinks without having to put it in so many words, without bringing himself into disrepute, maybe, with the club. He's probably being as honest as he can be so far. And I'm sure there's other stuff that's going to come out, Wembley. But we'll see. We'll see. Listen, we've all said, you know, so in some way, some form, however it is, whether it be a player, whether it be a player that hasn't been included so far because of injury or because he's a youth player. Igor's pointing out fitness now. We would assume they would have been fit, but they're not, or he says they're not. So let's see if it makes a difference. Let's see, you know, over the next few weeks, if that little bit of fitness. I did tell everyone before we kicked the ball, yeah, when this geezer was announced, I researched him as best that I could. Obviously knew who he was. You know, knew he had been a Croatian centre-back back in the day at the World Cup. But researched who he was, and he likes his players to be on the move all the time. He doesn't want anyone standing still. He wants people to be aware. And it's all very important as far in the grander scheme of things of improving that 5% to get that little bit more that we need. But Wembley, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I think how's the best way to put it? But maybe we'll come on to it later. How's the best way to put it? The more I sort of not delve into it, but the more I think about it, I've seen these players play so much better. Only in spurts, mind you. Only in spurts. But he could be onto something, Igor. He could be onto something. I think, personally, there's players in this squad, maybe without them saying so much, perhaps some of them are fed up of being lied to as well. That's the best way that I can put it. Best way that I can put it at the moment, because I don't know. I'm trying to look at every angle to find out why we are so bad. Like, as in, you know, we could be bad because we're a mismatch of players for a load of different managers. But surely, this lot can dig out a couple of wins from somewhere. They're all international footballers. And if they're not fit, why not? And does that lead to other stuff that they're not doing that they should be doing? Again, I'm sure over the next few days or weeks that there's going to be stuff coming out and you'll go, wow. Surely not. Yeah. And it all leads to where we are now. And over the last 2 seasons where we've been. Wayne's in. Big up to Wayne. Good evening to you, sir. Yep, we're all good, Wayne. As far as I know, fella, we're all good. Leslie's in. Big up, Les. Hope you're well, mate. So a drink. Excuse me. Big up, Leslie. Yeah, makes a big difference. Makes a big difference, Lee, straight away. But we'll see how much of a difference it makes, because at least with Danzo being fit, it allows Paulinia to play midfield. So ideally tomorrow, you'll have your Paulinia, your Gallagher, your Xavi as your, I don't know, 6, 8, 10, whatever you want to call them. But I think with Paulinia being there allows, hopefully, Gallagher to do what he does best. And you know, it's very similar to Paulinia, although Paulinia is a destroyer in front of the back four and a little bit further up. Hopefully, you'll now have a second line of that in Gallagher, maybe slightly further up when we've got the ball, and then he drops back in again to help Paulinia. And as whoever's playing left and right wing back, he's coming back as we've lost the ball and maybe just tucking in a little bit or coming all the way back to make a 5 at the back, or they could just drop off, make a 5 in midfield, or one of them could come back. So it's going to be really, really interesting. I love Danzo, to be fair, because I think he's not the best, but by any stretch of the imagination. But what I do love about Danzo is, you know, we talk about Paulinia, right, and a Tottenham footballer that gives everything. If you could pick someone out of the squad for me, when he's played, I think he's had one, I wouldn't call it iffy game, I'd call it an average game. Scores goals, Paulinia, from time to time. Important goals it's worked out to be as well, by the way. And I just think Paulinia being there might just allow Gallagher to, maybe you see a bit of the old Gallagher. Because I think he's been lost, Gallagher, to be honest with you. Absolutely lost. And I think Paulinia makes that difference for Gallagher, if that makes sense. Hopefully, with them two being there, okay, imagine the lineup before anyone's kicked a ball. You'd have your 3, and then you'd have Paulinia, Gallagher, wing back. Yeah, Xavi, forward. With these two bombing up and down on the outside, these two wing backs bombing up and down on the outside. Yeah, when we've got the ball, Gallagher's then free. Yeah, to get up and help. Gets up and helps Xavi, the two wing backs. Yeah, wherever it's going, if it's flicked on down the line, ball in. If they cut in a little bit, nod down, in goings, whatever they do. But a lot of it to do is to get people around the ball when we're going forward. Because at the moment, the gap is so huge, we either bang it clear and we might have one up. There's no one here because we've been playing 10 behind the ball or 9 behind the ball. So one might stay up. It gets hooked up. Yeah. He might fight with it for 2 seconds, whoever it is, Mawani, Solanke, Richarlison. But no one's there. No one's about. So even if he's got that ball, minimum 5 seconds before anyone's coming. And the chances are that he's going to win it and come back this way. Come back this way with the ball. Because he'll have 2 or 3 that have sat back and we're not getting close enough quick enough. So I think that's a big thing. Sorry to go on. I think that's very important, that. Very important. There's no point keep anchoring it clear to the forward man and it just comes back again. So in some way, shape or form, it's a definite for me. We can't carry on doing what we're doing. And we definitely need to push up as a unit because the defence can't let the gap become too big. But also they don't want to be too high because of the ball coming back over the top, like back before. So it's all about what we're talking about with a manager. It's called a happy medium, what I call a happy medium. Yeah, your defence is your defence. They know exactly what to do when we lose the ball. Teams are going to get chances. It'll happen. Teams will get chances against us. But I think our main aim at the moment is to try and move up the field as a unit, find that happy medium. Who stays, who goes, who makes runs, who doesn't. And start playing as a team again as we're going forward. You know, I don't care if it's a long one and it's flicked on and flicked on over the top and someone's running onto it. Old school, that's fine, as long as someone's there to help from the flick on. We'll see, though. We'll see. Big up to you, Lee. Big up to Andrew. Good evening to you, sir. Oh, they're certainly with me, Ellie. Good evening to you. They're always with me, Ellie. It's like carrying me. Another kid around. Honestly, it's terrible, isn't it? Get a clip round the ear when it all goes wrong. Oh, dear. There you go. There you go. Just go there, Ellie. Have a good go at it. Yeah, if you nick a point, you nick a point. If you don't, you don't. Yeah, but at least give us something to believe in on the pitch. Give us something to believe in on the pitch. Give the fans that, you know, are following to every away game. And largely for 90 minutes, except for a little while, taking the mick. You know, you can hear them on the telly. It don't matter where they are, in whoever's ground, you can hear them. And fair play to them, by the way. Fair play to them. Evening to you, Ellie. Evening to you, Keith. Evening. Hope you're well. Lee says he's always in when he's off work. Yeah, good for you, Lee. Good for you. We was talking about that the other day, weren't we, Lee? You being off and at home. Have a bacon sarnie. Smoked bacon as well. We was talking about that as well, Lee, weren't we? When was it? Yesterday or the day before? I can't remember when it was. I've had a bacon sandwich this week, Lee. To be fair, only one day though. I know it's too much, but big up to you, mate. Simon's in. Big up, Cookie. Yep, big up to you, Simon. Hope you're well, mate. Iceman's in. Good evening, Cookie, and everyone in the chat. Absolutely. Don't. Let's see. Let's see how they get on. Let's see how they get on. It does look like they've got a decent run to the semi. And then, you know, you go to Spurs' side of the group. If you do manage to beat Atletico, I think it's Newcastle or Barcelona. I think everyone would take Newcastle there, wouldn't they? Would you want to play Newcastle? Or would you want to have a go at Barcelona if you manage to get through? Just asking for a friend. You got a good old English battle, or you're playing the best team in Spain. I know which one I'd rather have if I was wanting to get through anyway. There you go, Marianne. You can only hope. And that's how we are with every game. If we're talking about Fulham and can we get a point, what's the conversation going to be when we're talking about away to Atletico or away to a Barcelona or even a Newcastle in the Champions League? All very difficult games in their own right. I'd take Newcastle all day long, which will be a very difficult game, especially over 2 legs with them as well. But, you know, some of you might say, oh, I'd have a go at Barcelona, but if you got through. But if no one's expecting you to get through and get any further, I just think we get who we get. And we have to play them, whoever it is. If we get through, we get through. We'll all get a little bit more excited. Can it really happen? Can we do it? You know? And you just go around at a time. See what happens. We know who we're going to be playing in the next 2 rounds. Let's see. Whoever we play, whoever it is, Atletico this time, if it's Newcastle or Barcelona next time, if we got through, you know, we've got to be at our best. The only bonus is, I suppose, the further you do go in it, you'll have players returning. I am a bit checked out on it, Marianne, to be honest with you. I am a bit checked out on the Champions. I suppose when it gets closer, you know, the matches get closer. Of course, you get on board with it, don't you? You're in the competition at the end of the day. But just from a fan's perspective, from a Tottenham Hotspur fan perspective, the Champions League is sort of parked over there somewhere for me at the moment. It's sort of, we'll worry about that when we get there. But for me, Premiership survival or Premier League survival, I should say, is of the utmost importance. Not just in terms of the football that you could be playing and where you're playing it next season, but for the club as a whole. I hope so, Rodney, mate. I hope so. Yeah, and then if you get through that, you get that. So, yeah, like I say, Andrew, we'll see. Are we away to Atleti first, by the way? Does anyone know? Just put a yes in down the bottom somewhere on a comment for us. You don't all have to, just Keith or whatever. I believe that's what you're talking about, Keith. There you go. There's another one, isn't he? He's another one. He's gone to Madrid, and as Iceman says, does he come back? Does he come back to haunt us? Mr. Lookman. Interesting. Very interesting. And I'll tell you what, Leslie, I'll tell you what, he might be the only one that's out for him, right? But I think, I don't know what you lot think. You know, when we talk about, and it might be a bit late with him because he's already at a Premier League club. But we know, you know, I'm not saying he's the answer at Tottenham by any stretch of the imagination. But I've watched this lad a couple of times. This Kevin looks very, very decent. Looks very decent. Again, I'm here to be shot down. You can also listen. Remember, at the moment, the level of player, we're not up there because think about where we are, and if we stayed up, you got to think about we probably can't go to that level now and get that level player. We're sort of buying them here if we can. But we were saying the other day about scouts finding players for your club. Now, I think personally, right, if Lang had gone out and got someone like this kid, yeah, and then brought him into the first team squad, or brought him in to play, I think a lot of Spurs fans could get on board with that, because he's busy, he's got a bit of skill, he can score a goal. And again, he's not the best by any stretch. He's not the best out there, but he's one of those players, and Fulham have caught him this time. But as a Spurs scout, he's the sort of player up front that I would be looking for. Busy, moves, gives and goes. You know, like Igor said, for Spurs at the moment, doesn't want players standing still, always busy. Just a thought. I thought I'd put that one out there. But in a way, I'm glad this kid ain't playing. In a way. Because he's one of them. He's just like, he hasn't been here long. He's trying to impress. I think he's doing a good job of it, to be fair. I think he's doing all right, the lad. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. Big up to you, Dave. Big up. We'll go for what we at. Yeah. Just give it another 5 minutes to get through a few more of the LOs, and I'll stick the link in if anyone wants to come on. Big up to you, Dave. Big up, Simples. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. If anyone's tuning in for the Sheriff, I think he might be out tonight with his lucky lady. That's all I can say. You'll have to ask him when he's here. You'll have to ask him. Big up to the Sheriff. Been at work all week, like most of you have, I've no doubt. And the weekend's here. And, you know, I can remember it being last Friday, and we was looking forward to the game on Sunday, and can Spurs nick a draw? And, you know, comments, nah, no chance. Those people were right. Those people were right. And I got sucked in again. Yeah, sucked in like a strawberry milkshake from McDonald's. One of them. Sucked in. And I went for the old 1-1 draw. I've given 3-1 to Fulham this week after that last week. Don't shout at me, you lot. Don't shout. Big up, Simps. Hope you're well. Ghosted Tim. Big up to you, Ghosted. Big up, my bruv. Hope you're well. Iceman, to be honest with you, I was shocked. If he really, really thinks, right, and it's February, that these players ain't fit, I would be on the phone first, yeah, as a not as an Igor, but as a company bod, on the phone to Thomas Frank, saying, what the hell you been doing with this lot? Because surely they've got records of it. They've got records of what they do in the gym. They have them wired up. They have them running on machines with oxygen masks and all that. But perhaps he's right. Perhaps he's right. And, you know, if they're not fit, and we're like into March next week, it's a disgrace. It is a disgrace if they're not fit. But again, I go back to the beginning of the show when I said, you know, I think some of these have got to the stage where, hang on a minute, you know, they keep promising these things, and perhaps they're promising, you know, you've seen everything that the board comes out and it keeps promising. They're not lies. They're factually coming out and saying this stuff. War chest, players, wages going up, this, that, the other, and go back over the years, and how many times have we all heard it before? I'll be coming to you in a sec, Jimmy. So, do some of the players feel like that as well? Have they had enough? Have some of them had enough of false promises? And, without meaning it to sound silly, is it some of them? Is this their way of saying, do you know what? I don't know. I don't know how you would go about doing that as a professional footballer on the pitch, showing your disdain by not trying. Could that be a factor? I'm not. By the way, I'm not saying it is. I'm putting it out there that it could be. I'm trying, like I said to you before, we do these shows, and don't think that I leave the last show like I did this morning. Yeah, because I was fuming with myself this morning more than anything else, and you probably noticed that through the stream. I weren't an happy bunny, but that was my fault because my standards dropped this morning because I wasn't here at 9:30. But big up to you lot. There was a load of you still here when I got here, when I did get here. So thank you to everyone that did wait. And I'm sorry the stream wasn't very long, and that's why we're back on tonight. Would have probably come back on anyway. But yeah, it's mad. Getting back to Spurs, it's mad, Iceman. It's mad. And this is what I said, Iceman. If they're not fit, how long does it now take them to get fit? All right. If he's got them running and doing, fitness levels will gradually come up. He's got to be careful. He's got to be careful, hasn't he? Because he can't run them into the ground too much. You don't want any other injuries. And again, perhaps that's why that explains some of the injuries that have been going on over this season and last season. Perhaps the players weren't fit enough. I'm not saying, by the way, that causes an ACL or anything like that. But if you remember, we had a lot of hamstrings over the past few years. Only surmising, people, trying to put things out there, if you like. It's almost like trying to cover all the aspects of it, of why that this is going on. And we can all say, well, we know why, the players are shit. But you have to try and look a little bit deeper into it. Or for me, I do. Because this isn't a job for me. I do this as a hobby because I love Tottenham and I want to talk to people about it. But let's see if he can sort that part of it out. Perhaps that's what he was talking about when he was referring to bad habits. And again, I'm sure over the next 2 or 3 weeks, as things goes along and he finds out more, that he will let us know. I've no doubt about that. And what he doesn't let us know when the season is over, it'll all come out. And it's the only way you can say it, Iceman. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that these lot might not even be fit, 100% fit. Big up to you, Jimmy. Says big up, Cookie. And the chat, good evening. There can't be no coffee this evening, Jim. Can there? Got to be on the razzle, as they say. Jimmy's out in Tenerife, by the way, having it large. Lovely weather out there as well, Jim, by all accounts. Like I say, you've had the missus looking for holidays. You've started her off. She saw your comment up on the big screen in the front room. Yeah. Straight on Tui, mate, she was. Have to get some of you lot out there with us to book an holiday, and we'll have a week on holiday in the sun, eh? Do a watch along from the pub. I'm up for that. Big up to you, Jim. You enjoy yourself, mate. And again, as usual, have one for me. You can have one for the sheriff as well. Yeah? But make sure you have one for me first. And if you do have one for the sheriff, have another one for me after. Good lad, Jim. Lee says, thanks for asking about the blood pressure. I've started taking Ramapril. I hope it bloody works quickly. I've had a massive headache and dizzy spells all week. So is that low blood pressure, Lee, I assume, yeah? Because low blood pressure gives you headaches and that, doesn't it? Because I vaguely remember that happening to me. And they said it's low, where your blood pressure's low. But generally, mine's every time normally I have it done. Oh, it was when I had me 2 operations on my arm. One on my shoulder and one on the elbow. Just bear with me 1 second, people. Sorry about that. The signal on my missus' phone, for whatever reason, is not working properly. And that was her son ringing my phone. So I have to go out there because we've had some bits and pieces going on. So she needed to take the phone call. I do apologise. Yeah, so you're on Ramapril, Lee. Yeah. I'm assuming it's low blood pressure. I could be wrong. Let me know, Lee, as long as you're all right, fella. Carl's in. Big up to Carl. Evening to you, mate. Evening to you. Yeah. Apparently, yeah, he did. He was a Juve centre back as well. And Marianne says, good evening to all in the chat. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I'm already half an hour behind and I've got to wait for it to bring the phone back now to put a link in the chat. There you go. Keith said it. Undertrained equals injuries. Yeah, it definitely can mean that. It definitely can mean that, Keith. And that is true. That is true. I've tried to come back when I was playing back in the day, and I'd had the odd injury. You miss a couple of weeks or whatever. And a couple of weeks is when they say to you, right, no football. Do you know what I mean? A bit of light gym work, nothing too. And you're coming back from injury and you start playing again. Thanks, Lise. So I love. If you're not 100%, if you think you're 100%, because when you're not playing professional football, that you're not standing up, they're just saying to you, are you all right? You might have been to the physio or something yourself. And you say, yeah, I'm all right. And you're not. And that's just coming back from a knock. So if you can imagine that if they're not fit, we're talking about not fit in general, not just like coming back from a knock. So I agree with that, Keith. I do agree with that. Overtrained, obviously, as well. Look at Pedro Porro. In his case, he's gone on and on and on and on and on and on and on until finally something broke. And he's been out for 4 weeks. I would imagine it would have done him the world of good to be off for 4 weeks. Hopefully he'll come back, revitalised over his injury. Let's see. Good evening, Strictly. Hope you're well. Good evening, Cookie Ferry says. Hope you've had a pleasant day and hoping the allotment is coming on. Oh, very slowly, mate. Very slowly at the moment. He says, me personally, absolutely bricking it about the match tomorrow. I wouldn't say I'm bricking it, Strictly. I wouldn't say I'm bricking it. I'd say I'm, what's the right word? sceptical of if Tottenham can pull a performance out tomorrow. And like, I'd love nothing more than to sit here on Sunday evening or Monday morning, whenever, and say to you, do you know what? I got it totally wrong. Yeah. They've gone out, won the game, done what they needed to do. And we're on Sunday night or Monday morning, and I'm like this at the opening credits. Shoot me. I'm wrong. See, they can do it. At the moment, I'm sceptical of that, and I want to see them do it. That's where I'm at with it. And it wouldn't matter if we're playing Atletico Madrid, whoever we're playing. For me, tomorrow, it's a difficult game. Yeah, it's a difficult game, but we're playing a mid-table side that are beatable, that you can score against. But they also do score goals. So let's see, again, like we were saying last Friday, let's see if we're up for it. Let's see if we've got the fight. And then we go from there. And I think those two things are a minimum. And I haven't seen it yet for 90 minutes. Yeah, Dave says the same thing. Explains the injury crisis, doesn't it really? If they're unfit, they're going to pick up injuries. Yep, they are. Right, let's see if I can do this. See if anyone wants to come on. I need to go to... Where's he gone? Just there. Click on that. Look at that. Come out of that. Back into that. I'm sorry I'm talking to myself, everyone. Yeah, if you haven't, hit that sub button and that like button for us, please, as well. See if we can get it to 50 this stream. You know, amazingly, somehow, we was on for just over an hour this morning, and it got up to 75 likes. Absolute shocking effort from me, by the way. Yeah, for an hour. And a wonderful effort from you lot, by the way. And thank you for that. I appreciate it. You know, I think it got up to 75 or something, that stream this morning. It's amazing because, you know, what a load of rubbish that was from me this morning. Not only being late, you know, but, right, here we go, live. That one there. Click on that. I will get there in a minute, people. Here we go. Click on that. Paste. There you go. The link's at the bottom of the chat. Sorry that took so long. If anyone wants to come on, click the link. Please have your camera on. Sorry if I miss anyone. Big up to you, Drula. Rodney again, big up to you. Yeah, Palace on Thursday night from Riot Leslie. That's true. That's true. Mr. T's in. Big up to Mr. T. How are you doing,
Hello.
Mr. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. After this morning's shenanigans, you know what I'm like, Mark? I'm on the dot every day. Do you know what I mean? And this morning, I had a load of shit going on, and I was late, and ended up getting here at 10 to 10, which I was not happy about.
It's normally 9:30 for you, ain't it?
Yeah, 9:30. I should have been here, and there he is. He's there, and yeah. So I was upset with myself, if you know what I mean, Mark. Anyway, and sort of done an hour when I could have sat here and done 3, and just sort of said to everyone, right, we'll come back tonight, and we'll have another go and start again, if you know what I mean. So that's what we're doing. Big up to Anthony. Big up to Simon. Nice to see you both. Big up to you, Mark. Hope you're well. Have we heard anything today, lads? Let's be fair. Anything on the grapevine? Anything from the training or from the boss or from them lot up there? I haven't really been tracking it much today.
The only thing I've heard is of Twitter, how true it is from Spurs sources. We're supposedly after a Wolves defender next season. Have you heard that too, then, have you?
No, I haven't, but it makes sense.
A few months ago, I heard something about a Wolves defender.
as I put in the chat earlier to Savage program, I mean, this effing club. Can you believe it that we're talking about relegation and we're after relegated teams already? Players, it's shocking, mate. It truly is. Even if it isn't true, it wouldn't surprise me.
No. And the other rumour that I'm hearing today as well is something to do with a Mr. De Zerbi. I don't know if you've seen that today.
What's that about?
No, it's come out. I mean, I've only read it on someone else's Twitter.
Apparently, he wants to join Tottenham or something, isn't it?
Yeah. He was asked a question. He was asked a question: if you had the choice of Tottenham or Man United now to come to, he said Tottenham. He said if Tottenham come to me and ask me to be their manager, of course I will be. Yeah, made it clear. Put himself out there. If you want me, I'm here. Basically, there you go.
To be honest, though, the amount of players and managers that have said they've wanted to join Tottenham over the years, we'd have won the league by now, wouldn't we?
You're right.
It's true, isn't it? It's true. Go on then, lads. We'll have a chat about the weekend. I mean, I can't believe Danzo's back.
Good.
To be fair, I heard he'd snapped a ligament in his toe. Right? Now I know. No, I've snapped a ligament before in my finger. Right? And you ain't back in 3 weeks, 4 weeks from a snapped ligament. You're just not. Don't matter if it's. You can imagine your little finger now, and I said to you, "Oh my God, you snapped a ligament in your finger." They're going to plaster it up or do whatever they do with it, and it's going to be like that for weeks, and then gradually, as it attaches again, you'll start using it, wouldn't you? You know?
Yeah.
Perhaps it wasn't as bad as what they're saying, unless he's playing with his toe strapped up. I don't know what toe it was, whether it's a big one, the little one. You know, I'm sure it could make a difference with a football boot on. I don't know. But I'm glad he's back anyway. I think it's a big boost for us.
Hopefully for Dragerson.
Well, do you know what? I don't think he will.
You think really?
I think it will be Danzo, Van der Ven and Dragerson because they're the only three available, aren't they?
Yeah, but as long as Paulinho is back in the midfield and stuff.
Exactly. That was my next thing, Anthony. At least it allows Paulinho for a certain amount of the game, as long as no one gets injured in the back line, to play in his usual position, you know, with a Gallagher next to him, allowing that when we haven't got the ball, we've almost got two DMs, but when we have got the ball, at least we've got someone openly moving forward a bit. I don't know. What's your thoughts on it, chaps? Danzo and how it affects us?
Yeah, I'll have Danzo in, and I'll have Porro at right back, and probably I'll go with Sousa at left back, but he'll probably go with Spencer at left back. But yeah.
And the thing about Danzo is obviously when he goes over to the crowd and claps at the fans and claps at him, he's always like whacks his chest and stuff. So I think playing for Spurs means a lot to him and stuff.
Yeah,
you can tell even already that he loves the club. And I think with a lot of those players that are playing for them, that's what we miss, because I start to wonder if a lot of them really care and want to be there. But with Danzo, I think you can tell with Danzo and Paulinho, two players, they're playing with passion, and I believe that they actually wanna play for Spurs, and I think we need players like that, don't we?
We do, mate. Yeah, we do. Mark, Simon said, Mark, what are your thoughts on it, mate?
I agree. Is it who's the chap at the bottom right? Is that Simon?
That's
yeah,
Simon.
yeah. Sorry.
Hello, Simon. I agree with him. I think if I see Spence again on that left side, cut him back in, all we get nothing from him at all. No. So I'd rather play the young kid, to be honest, because Spence offers nothing on that side.
No, nothing. That's what I'm saying. Play Sousa. What have we got to lose? Play him at left. He did quite well when he came on against Man United. I thought he'd done pretty well. He got back quickly and he got forward quickly.
Yeah, I think it will help him as a wing back to also have Mickey that side, Paulinho, rather than having the four being left back. I think it will help with the extra protection for him to go forward, get the crosses in.
Have Van der Ven on that side to cover him.
Yeah.
I
And
had
that
to,
I agree
Porro
with
down
all
the
that.
right. Porro down the right.
Yeah.
I had to
Have to.
apologise to my 8-year-old son because for the Man United game, he loves a new signing, so he's like, "Oh, we should bring Susan, bring Susan." I was like, "I don't think we'll see him for the season. You know, he's only young and all this stuff." And when he came on, he was obviously played that really good cameo and thought he played really well. And I was like, "Actually, mate, you were totally right. We should have played Sousa."
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, but
There
we
you
all
go.
know. We all know. Sorry, we all know he's going to go with Spence at left back, aren't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
God, not again.
He's going to go with Spence, isn't he? And Porro at right back.
Yeah,
Listen,
I think so,
for me, all of you are right. You heard my team yesterday. I told you. I said if it was me,
Yeah.
I want the round peg in the round hole, or square peg, whatever you want to call it, in the square hole. If you've got a left footer that's in the squad, I don't care how old he is, if he's in the squad and that's what he does as his job down the left, put him in. Put him in. You know what I mean? Let him have a go now. Let him have a go.
But he won't. He won't, will he, Cookie? He's not going to do it. We all know that. It's going to be Spence at left back.
More than likely,
Right.
Simon.
I always see it as if you're good enough to be on the bench, you're good enough starting, no matter how old you are.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that sentiment. And Porro as well coming back, I think could be a big lift for us. You
He's
know,
profitable.
4 weeks he's had off, hasn't he? 4 or 5 weeks he's been off, something like that. And maybe it gives us a little bit of a lift down the right-hand side as well. You know, and if you're playing him as a wing back, maybe he won't feel the pressure as much because we know he can't defend as well as he can attack.
Can't defend, no.
So yeah, we'll see. Don't know who this geezer is. Sent a super sticker in or something. I've got a clue who he is. Some geezer called Taylor. I know who he is. Big up, Mark. Thanks very much, mate. Appreciate that. Sorry if I'm not getting to all the comments.
What are your guys' thoughts of playing the young centre back just in case Danzo's not fit, rather than putting Paolini there? Byfield.
He won't do that. He won't do it. I can see where you're coming from, but I don't think he wouldn't do that. Suda, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I can't see him doing it, Mark.
But with Danzo not being fit, and as you quite rightly said, rushing back, it's a massive risk as well to play Danzo.
It's a massive risk to play Porro.
I'm not having Draderson. I think he's an absolute use. Since we signed him, I've never been impressed with him. I just can't have him. I'd rather have the young kid than Draderson, I reckon.
The problem is with Dragerson is that, you know, again, being out for a year, and then I think he came back, he had 2 or 3 little substitute cameos, and then I don't know if he came in, if it was Romero he came in for. I can't remember anyway. For me, right, I still haven't seen enough of him. And the reason being is now is because he's had that injury. We all know at the moment, like everyone says, he's got the turning circle of a 40-foot truck. Yeah, we get all that part of it. First half, I thought he'd done all right the other night because he stopped a couple of goals going in.
Yeah.
And then second half, he come out and it was just like, I don't even know what it was. It was just like a different geezer. We'd gone from sort of a bloke doing his job properly to, it was just like, let's blow the place up. Everything he done was wrong in the second half. It was mad. It was really mad. I don't know what he was doing with that header to Basuma. You know, when there was something going on and it was going backwards and forwards, and then it looked like he bent down, done that header to Basuma, gave the ball away. You remember, near the halfway line? And just madness, just madness. Absolute madness.
I know.
What choice have we got? What apart from Byfield? See, I heard that, and again I could be wrong. Kinski and Byfield weren't on the bench the other night, and someone said that they'd both got injured.
He played.
There you go.
Kinski hasn't played, has he? For God knows how long. What do you do? Trip over a blade of grass or something?
I don't know if it's true or not, but normally Kinski's on the bench, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he wasn't. He
No,
wasn't.
that's
Over
good.
a blade of grass at Hotspur Way then if he was
Well,
there.
maybe. You never know. You never know, dear.
We just
But
don't
yeah,
know
he
with
won't
this
play.
stuff.
He
Don't
won't
know
play
with this stuff.
Byfield. He won't play Byfield.
No, we know that. We know that. Yeah, we know that.
he won't do that. Big up to
The thing
Scott.
is,
Byfield.
it's a lot harder to play youngsters at centre back than it would be to play them in midfield or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Listen, it all leads back. Look, the roads lead back again, Anthony, don't they? I know we've got a lot of injuries, but at the end of the day, it's like I said this morning. As long as it took Arsenal to build their squad, right, and what they've got and where they are now, that's great. Great for them, right? It's taken the best part of 5-6 years to do it. Yeah, they've had to be patient. But if they had 11 injuries like we'd had, Anthony, they would still be able to field a team and 3 or 4 on the sub bench at least.
Yeah.
That have beat most teams in England, and that's crazy when you think about it. Absolutely crazy, I think. And then you get to where we are now, and we're talking like we was the other morning. I brought the subject up about where's the spark? Could it be a Luca Williams Barnett? Because I don't know where else to look. Do you know what I mean? I really don't know where else to look. Where do any of you see a spark coming from? I gave my view the other morning, and it was a bit out there. Don't get me wrong. It was a bit out there, but I'm just trying to think of things. You know, where does the spark come from for you three? Where do we get that lift from? Where do you see it coming from, if any?
Well, the last spark I saw was on Guy Fawkes night. It says it all then, isn't it? Guy Fawkes night was the last time I saw a spark from any, you know. But well, I
think that says it all. Simon says the last time he saw a spark was fireworks night. That was about 3 months ago, something like that, if not longer.
That's right.
And Mark and Anthony just didn't answer. Full stop.
I'm completely deflated by the whole thing. I'm like, in a way, like I don't even know what to say really about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I've never in my life, even in the 90s when we had some bad sides in the 90s, but we always had that one player that can just get us out of trouble and stuff. But this lot, I just don't see it for this lot.
There's one thing I'd like to say. You probably might disagree with it. I wish we still had Holberg.
Yeah, see, I like
No, seriously, I'm not being fun. This is my take. I think I'd rather see Holberg still playing for Spurs with Polinia.
But the trouble is, Simon, you know what we've done? We've downgraded them. We've bought players worse than what we had.
Yeah, but
how do we do that?
Yeah, a lot of people used to moan about Holberg. I thought it was. I'd have Holberg in my team any day. Seriously.
SAR's worse. A lot of the players are worse than what we had 5 years ago. We got rid of them and brought a load of worse players in.
Yeah, you know that. I know that. We all know that. It's right. But I still wish we still had Holberg. He could still do a job, especially now the way the mess that we're in. We could do with somebody like that alongside Polinia in midfield.
That spark should have come in the January window when we should have bought Lookman. Everybody knows that. It's 30, 40, even if you'd paid 50 million quid, him and Akalouche would have revolutionised the side.
And you know what's going to happen when we play him, don't you? You know he's going to score and knock us out, don't you?
Yeah.
It's written
and he's going to have a worldie.
It's written in the stars. He's going to get a couple of goals against us and knock us out. You know it's going to happen.
We should have signed anyone to help us in this situation.
We did, Gallagher and Sousa.
Oh yeah, apart from them, but deadline day, come on! I don't know what the board were doing.
Simon, do you remember we signed a Scottish guy as well? He was on the bench.
Yeah.
Wilson.
Don't forget. Don't
forget.
But he's on loan. He's on loan, isn't he, to the end of the season with an option to buy us now. I don't know.
Don't forget though, we beat Arsenal to his signature.
Oh.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Dear.
That's really upsetting, isn't it?
There you go. Ellie says she was impressed either way. I was impressed either way. The passing drills, the training today, and they were all linking even Xavi, Biss and Gallagher to get the ball forward, which is what we was talking about earlier on. So we'll have some of that cookie in the matches to come, hopefully. hopefully, it's a massive issue for me, Ellie, that getting the team up the pitch. You know, I was saying earlier on, the mix and match of managers we've had, you know, with Ange, front-footed and even further, you know what I mean? Then you go to Thomas Frank, he's the other way. And somewhere we need to find that sort of middle ground, you know? We don't want them pushing up too far, leaving us open again to over the top. But we need to be a unit as a team to get up the pitch, because all we're doing is 9-10 men behind the ball. We're clearing it to whoever's up there. He loses it, whoever it is, because there's no one to help him, and back it comes again. That's a big thing for me. That we've got and Ellie, with what she said there, let's hope it's true, Ellie. Let's hope it's true, because we need to start scoring some goals. That's a dead cert from somewhere.
So who would you go with up top then?
They're all fit, aren't they? They're all fit.
Richarlison's there, Tell's there, Solanke and Moani. But Moani's a definite start, isn't he? Yeah. Moani's a definite start tomorrow, Sunday.
Probably Moani and Solanke.
I'd have Solanke, I think.
Solanke and Moani up top. I'll go with those two up top.
Yeah, me too, probably.
You've got to play two up top. You've got to play two up top, and hopefully Pora get the ball in.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Hang on.
The thing is,
Ellie's here. Let me just click Ellie in. Ellie's here.
The thing is about, it's all right doing it in training, but it's when it's in the match. They always look good in training, don't they? So,
well, Odegaard looked good in training, putting the ball away.
Yeah.
I'll just come in. All right. I'll just come in to agree with Simon about Højbjerg. Right?
There
you go. We're on the same page, Ellie, aren't we?
Yeah. Like him and Paulinho in the double pivot.
Exactly.
Because he's a better passer and more progressive than Bentancur. And Bentancur got all the praise, right? And Højbjerg was slated.
No, Holberg's a better player than Bentancur.
A lot of people were slated. Yeah, he is. He's an all-round better player, and he uses the ball more wisely. He expands the play, and he can pass the ball really well. Right?
And he never got injured.
And he never got injured because he's a tough man. That's what we need. Because I was watching Talk Sport, right? And they were going through our players with it was Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy, and they were going champagne or beer, right? Because the beer ones are the better players, right? They went through the whole squad, and there was only one or two beers. Paulinho was a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't remember the other one. But anyway, the rest of them were champagne players. And what they meant by that is they're not up for the fight.
No. They're not.
Yep.
They're not. They're not.
Ellie, what do you make of the fitness comments today from Igor, considering it's the end of February?
Yeah, do you know what, right? I was watching training and they look quite sharp. So he might have seen more than we did, because remember, they edit that, right?
Yeah.
But I saw Gallagher was getting stuck in, and they were using Xavi as a middle, like somebody in the middle of the passing sprees, and it was quite impressive. It reminded me of what what's his name at Man United? Carrick, that's it. Michael Carrick. Forgot his name. I get brain fogs. Sorry. Right. So Michael Carrick, he was doing those quick succession passing, and I liked that because that's what we should be doing, because that's how we're going to get out of these press. But I think maybe he saw something different. But what I saw is they are bloody fit. I really did. I was impressed with it.
Good.
That's interesting.
Especially Gallagher and Basuma. Basuma looks up for the fight.
You reckon so? I'm not a Basuma fan.
No,
I'm not. But he was the only one in that first half who really got stuck in. Because Paulinho would have if he was in midfield, but Igor played him as a centre back. What was that all about? That was like shooting yourself in the foot, weren't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ellie,
Yeah.
I said something earlier on before everyone came on, and how do I put it? Would you agree with what I was saying earlier to do with some of the players are maybe in a position now where they're thinking a lot like we are, as in the board are not doing enough. Some of them are not happy. They may have been promised stuff in their contracts,
Yeah.
which was never fulfilled, which is similar to the stuff that they're coming out telling the fans.
Yeah.
And that there's some players that are really not very happy with how Tottenham Hotspur have conducted themselves and are in some ways making their feelings clear on it without stepping over the line. Is that the right
Yeah.
way to put it?
Yeah. Do you know what? I was reading, I'm in a lot of WhatsApp groups, right? And I was
Yeah,
reading one particular guy's in Spurs diehards,
yeah,
and he's got connections in the club. And he exactly said what you just said, right?
right,
That the
okay,
players are getting disillusionized, that they were promised things and Enoch are not delivering, and there's dissension amongst the players, and also what I think some of the senior players are looking at the way we're playing, and they're not agreeing with the way we're playing, the setup,
okay,
from not just from Igor, because he's only had one match, right? And I think, when Igor was at the sidelines trying to push them up, and they
Yeah.
weren't pushing up.
No.
They were definitely, well, whoever he was speaking to, it doesn't matter, Dragosin or VDV, there's so many takes on it, but
yeah,
they weren't doing what he was wanting them to do.
No. They
So
ignored him.
they ignored him. So I don't care who he was talking to,
Yeah.
right? They all ignored him, and we never
Yeah.
pressed. And then Arsenal, they were on it, right? They were on us, right? So we've got to get something right. We've got to get all these players have got to realise if we get relegated, they're okay because they're going to get another club. But
That's
us
right.
fans, we're the ones who are going to suffer because
That's
we'll
right.
be bloody going to Barnsley and QPR and
Watford.
Watford
and Lincoln City.
and Lincoln City. If they get promoted, it looks like they are going to get promoted, right? And it's so depressing to see what our players. They haven't got no fight in them. They gave up totally in that second half. And because Arsenal were pressing us, they could have still played out and done better passing, but they gave the ball away, especially Archie Gray and Spence. They were rubbish,
Oh,
honestly.
God. Archie Gray.
They were
Archie Gray.
terrible.
I
Archie
don't,
Gray.
Archie Gray.
I
Can't
don't rate
defend.
Gray. I think
He's a
I don't
boy
even know what
playing in
his position
men's football, isn't he?
Exactly.
I,
Exactly.
I like the
Those years,
kid, right?
Lubo.
He's a very nice lad.
Yeah,
But we
but he's
don't
not
need
a first team
nice.
player.
We
We can't
need
have nice lads
we
in the
need
team.
nasty now. We need nasty. Just like Gabriel got his team off the hook. That was a
Yeah.
nasty thing he did, diving like a ballerina up and then
Yeah.
down. Yeah, that was nasty. But like Jose said, you have to be a CUNT, didn't
Yeah,
you? You do. You've got to use the dark arts. We've got to
absolutely.
get ourselves out of this pickle.
Yeah, and again, Ellie, like you just said, somewhere in some way, Sejan, I keep saying it. This fella has got to find a few percent and get something out of these players, isn't he, Ellie? One way or the
Yeah.
other, and it looks like he's trying to work out exactly what's going wrong. Seems to have put his finger on the fitness thing, which is, whether they are or whether they're not. If they're not, it's a bloody disgrace as far as I'm concerned. In February, but
Yeah.
I'm sure I said earlier, Ellie, I'm sure there's going to be other bits and pieces that over the next few weeks we're all going to find out that he's already mentioned bad habits and this, that, and the other. So I'm sure there's going to be other stuff that comes out of the club in the following weeks that he's not happy with.
Yeah, come out in a dirty wash, won't it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How do you think he talks, Ellie? Personally, when he's in a press conference or when he done his presser this morning,
Yeah.
do Do you think he's being honest, or do you think some of it's scripted and he'd really want to say more if he could, if that makes sense?
I think he's quite honest, yeah,
Mhm.
and he's quite blunt as well. And I quite like him because he's like when he speaks, he's very commanding, and he's got that deep husky voice, right? And I just feel, I do trust what he says because he sees them every single time they're training, right? So he knows who's fit, who's not fit, who's up for the game, who's not up for the game, right? And what I don't get though is his choice of the setup, right? You can't do that against Arsenal. Sorry, that is naivety, right? So whatever's coming out of your mouth, make sure that on the pitch you organise your players to give you the best chance of getting a result, right? Because talk is talk, but you've got to walk the walk, yeah? On the
great.
pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to put that effort, you've got to put a rocket up there, Jaxie, at half time if they're not pulling their weight. Yeah, that's the manager's job. He's the motivator. Yeah?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
I'm just hoping against Fulham that we
Yeah.
can get a minimum a draw.
Yeah.
But I want to see a performance.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a performance since Brentford. Yeah,
Cool.
at home.
Not
I think
away.
this
Definitely
December.
not away.
No, and we were good at early doors. We were pretty good at away from home,
Yeah.
and then it went ape shit again.
Yeah.
And our home form is don't get me started on our home form. I'll probably faint, keel over and die. Honestly,
It's got to change, Ellie, in the next few home games, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. Your Palaces, your Forests coming up. I think they're big games, Ellie, at home, aren't they?
Every game's big now to the end of the season.
Well,
yeah.
there is that.
Unless we
Simon,
get
you're
out of
spot
it
on.
before the end of the season.
You're spot
I
on,
just
mate.
hope
It's-
we've got some
yeah.
breathing space so that we don't
We
all have
need
to
some
panic.
breathing. Yeah, we've got, like I said, Ellie was saying, hopefully at least get a draw at Fulham, beat Palace at home, because as I said last night, Cookie, we got Liverpool next weekend away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I know.
we're not be very, very surprised if we even get a point at
No, we're not
Liverpool. So we
getting
need to
any
get at
points
least
there.
4 points in before we go to Anfield.
I agree with that.
The best chance we got to be getting a point or getting anything out of Liverpool is if they have a stinker, because they've had a few stinkers. They lost to Forest 3-0, didn't they? They've had a few stinkers this year,
They've had a
but
few
they tend.
stinkers, I get that, yeah.
But they've picked up and they beat Forest last weekend. So they did us a fair favour, actually. They didn't play well. Forest played better.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't play well, Liverpool, but like I said, I still think we're not going to get nothing at Anfield.
No, they're better. They're a better all-round team, and they've got players who can just turn it on just like that. You might be 1-0 up, and then they'll just turn it on.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Need to get some points before we go to Liverpool, because if we don't get nothing at Fulham and don't get nothing against Palace, you might as well say there's going to be 3 in a row. We're not going to get that 3 in a row coming up.
Yeah.
We're not going to get nothing if we don't get nothing.
Palace is going to be a hard game. I see people saying that we're going to get 3 points from that. I don't think so, because Palace, they're a tough team and they've got players.
But
right?
they've got
Ismail Assar, he scores. Walton in midfield. Mateta up front.
He's injured. Mateta's injured.
Oh, okay, that's all right then. But they've still got good players, and they've got that Muniz, who's a fabulous right wing back.
Johnson will.
He's a fabulous player. I love him.
Johnson can come on and get the winner. You're right. Johnson can come on and get the winner.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That'll be what he does in the game.
If that happens, we might as well just give up.
Minute, Ellie. He'll come on in the 90th minute as a sub. You know it. He'll get over on the right wing. They'll have an attack down the left.
Do you know what I think the fans will sing? Johnson again, ole, ole.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
wouldn't be surprised.
As he's coming on, we'll sing Johnson again, ole, ole, and then a minute later it'll still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know it.
I can't hear Cookie.
I
I'm
can't
here.
hear Mark.
I'm here, Ellie.
Are
I'm
you
here.
on mute, Mark?
No.
I can hear him. It's fine.
Can you hear Mark, Simon?
Yeah.
I can't hear him. I'm going to come out and come back in.
All right,
Go on,
Ellie.
then.
No worries. She'll go out and come back in. I don't know why she can't hear me. I
So
can hear me.
Yeah, so Cookie, just quick, how many points do you reckon we need to guarantee to stay up?
12.
12. How many games we got? 10 or 11 left? What is it, 10 or 11?
11 left. I'm like, well, I was
So you
12
think
before
12?
the I was 12 before the Arsenal game. I thought
12, so
somewhere
looking at
between
12.
10 and 12, as
What are we
close
on
to
there?
40.
What are we on? 28 points? What are we on? 28,
29.
29. So we need to get over 40 then.
For
And
me,
that should
get
keep us
to
up.
40, 41 would be all right, I think.
Because as I said to you the other night, West Ham have got Liverpool away this week, tomorrow.
Yes.
Pray
Yeah,
to
they
God
have.
Liverpool beat them.
But you
If
never
they
know
can
with
beat them-
Liverpool nowadays,
Sorry?
do you? You never
Hey?
know with Liverpool nowadays, do you?
They should still beat West Ham on tomorrow. Because we West Ham got Bowen and Somerville. That's the only two players that can keep West Ham up.
Yeah.
They're their main two, Somerville and Bowen.
Yeah.
Because Somerville's a very good player. Another player I wouldn't have minded seeing play for Spurs.
What are we doing here? I've got to say, right, what are we doing here with 11 games to go of a season, and we're talking about hopefully we're so crap at the moment, right? Honestly, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, we are rubbish at the moment, right? And we're talking about other teams losing just so we don't drop into the bottom three. It's mad, isn't it?
Well, in the past, I would have wanted the smaller teams to beat the top teams. Now I'm praying Liverpool and Chelsea do us a favour and teams like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking below, not up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it? Can you hear me now, Ellie?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, there
Thank
you go.
God.
Happy days.
Can't have a muted Mark.
No, definitely not. This is a good little stat from Jimmy. It's not good for us, but Jimmy sent this one over. 4 home Premier League wins in 14 months. If that don't change very soon, I dread to think what will happen. Wow.
Well, it'll
4
be the R
wins in
word.
14 months.
I heard not long ago that we've lost more home games in a new stadium than Arsenal have in the whole time they've been in their stadium. or
Yeah,
something.
it's true. I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's so
that's
bad.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Some of these stats that are coming out are mad. I'll just see what you say about this one. David's come in. He said, obviously listening to the conversation, he said tactics, formations, rockets up their backsides are totally fruitless. The only people who can change the direction of this club are these half-wit players who have no character. Well, that's a great word, character. There you go. And even less ability. What are your thoughts on that one? Because that's a bit hard hitting from David there.
So they're stupid and they can't play.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
In layman's English.
Yeah. David, you've gone round the houses there. Ellie's just said it in 2 words. All right. Sort yourself out, David. I love the character word. I think the character word is big at the moment because we are looking for players that are going to be playing over the next few weeks to be showing character. And we're coming with you on that one. Dave, how are you tonight, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Good. Not bad. Just finished my dinner. Nice bit of steak and veg and all the trimmings. Lovely.
All right, I'm in the wrong job here.
Is it a Philly steak?
Well, I think I should be called Cookie because I'm actually a chef by trade.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. Yeah.
You're a home chef. Home chef.
No, but going on what Mr. Clark has just said, I 100% agree with everything of what he's just said.
There you go.
There's no characters in this club whatsoever. Even I think that leadership group is biggest mistake ever.
Yeah.
Because it causes separation. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can't have you can't have a set of everyone. The only person who should should only be 2 people in that 25-man squad with any authorization, authority or power, and that's the captain and vice captain. That is it.
Yeah.
Putting players in this European hierarchy group, I think is stupid. It doesn't set a good example for the younger players, as it's clearly shown over the last 2 seasons. And we're talking about what do we need, etc., for Sunday's game. Anything other than a win is unacceptable at this stage, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I know we're terrible at Craven Cottage, but these boys have paid a lot of money, guys. A lot of money. And I'm telling you now, it ain't going to look good on their resume that they've got a massive club like Spurs relegated. It ain't going to look good on their resume. And they're not going to, and to be honest with you, they'll get picked up by other clubs, but not the real clubs that they desire to play for, because they're going to be like, hang on a minute, you've just got Spurs relegated, mate. I don't want you. The big boys, do you know what I mean? So
I think Vicario is going to end up back in Italy anyway, like with either Inter Milan or Juventus. I think he'll get his move. I think Romero will probably get his move to Atletico Madrid, even if we go down.
Yeah, and I think
He's
VVV's
off
off
to
to Liverpool.
And Van der Ven will go to a massive club.
He'll
If
go
we
to
go
Liverpool,
down.
I reckon.
Yeah,
Van
I
der Ven will
think,
get
I can
go
see
to
it.
a massive club.
I think he's
Some of
Van
them will-
Dijk's
some of them will-
replacement all day.
But we'll get some of these top players. We'll get their moves to some top clubs.
But I think we
If
just
they
need,
pay the
I think
money.
we just need a rebuild. I think we just need a rebuild. Even the players that are there, even the better ones, just if they don't want to be here, just move them on and start again.
Do you know what though, guys? Right? If you look at our players' resumes, you can only take. I think they're all like from champions. A lot of them from championship teams, the youngsters anyway. And you've got Paulinho's the only one who's really got a decent resume because he's ended up at Bayern Munich, who are a top club. None of the others have played for a top club. None of them.
no, Xavi's played for PSG, hasn't he? And RB
Yeah, but
Leipzig.
he was there for a little while, wasn't he?
Yeah,
And
he
then
was.
They put him on loan, didn't they?
Yeah, he played one full season with them. Barely got any minutes or assists or goals. Bless him. But he was young. He was a lot
But
younger.
they haven't been a top European Cup club team until last season when they won the Champions League and they beat us in the Super Cup. But before that, they were like the bridesmaids, weren't they? They're always the bridesmaid. Right? Even Marseille in France, and I think Monaco have won the Champions League as well, if I'm correct. But I know Marseille have. Right,
Yeah.
so they weren't. They're a very good team now, but they weren't always. They were good in France, but not in Europe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Right, and they attracted all those top players, and they never won anything in
and
Europe.
Pepe and Mete and all that. They didn't win the European Cup with them, did they?
No, and they ripped it all up and started again with players that would play for the club. Yeah,
There's too many egos, though, isn't it? Too many egos. Sometimes too many egos don't. Look at Real Madrid. I know they win the Champions League quite a lot, but I think they've got too much egos in their team, and
they've always they had like years ago they had people
they've
like
gone off the boil a bit.
yeah.
I don't think they're winning this season.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing now, right? Based on our current form, I am not looking forward to that Atletico Madrid game. They will absolutely mince us.
Well, let's talk about
Are you
that.
really
just
worried
briefly.
about that? Are you really worried about that? I'm more worried about the next 10 games. I'm not really worried about the those 2 games against Madrid. I'm more worried about staying, getting points on the ball. Not worried about Madrid.
I think that'll be a bonus if we go through.
It'll be a bonus. Yeah, it'd be a bonus. Yeah, it'd be a
Oh,
bonus.
don't get me wrong.
We say it's going to be a bonus, but when you think about it, we're going to play some top teams after that, and it's going to be. We could be humiliated unless we get our better players back in time. Like if Kudos is back, we've got a little bit more chance.
He's back in April.
At least with Kudos back, we've got one outlet in the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah.
At least he
He's
can
back,
play
yeah.
football and he's not stupid.
He's back in April. April is back, Kudus.
What if we don't win the Champions League and then get relegated? How would they work
That'd
that
be the
out?
most Spursy thing ever. Wouldn't it?
I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
we've
but
got a chance.
And Arsenal don't win the league.
Team.
And
We got
Arsenal
battered
don't
by
win the league.
Arsenal 8-2, and we'll face Arsenal, won't we? If we get through.
Semi-final.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
just
it's a
look.
one-off game. That's the only thing. It's a one-off game, isn't it? No, it isn't. It's
No,
over
it's a
2
two-legged
legs.
game.
It's over
Two-legged
2
game.
legs. Oh
Yeah,
no,
it's
you
only the final.
ain't got no chance.
Arsenal
I watched Atletico versus Brugge the other night, and I think Brugge are a very well organised team. Right,
Yeah.
but Atletico, literally, the thing that I love about Atletico, they've got so many leaders in their team. Not just
Yeah.
one, they've got about 5 or 6.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you what, he was my favourite player on the pitch, the central midfielder, Marcus Llorente. What a terrific football player he
He's a
is. He
baller.
covered every blade of grass, but difference with him, like we've got players like Sarr, Gallagher, right, that run, just don't stop running, run everywhere, cover every blade of grass. But Llorente does the same, but he nicks in with goals, assists. Do you know what I mean? He's got that extra, like, to his game, and I think a lot of it comes down to as well is the way they're coached. I mean, you look at
They've got a top man. They've got a top coach. That's right. They've got a top Simeone. You don't take no
look at
nonsense.
Diego
does he?
Simeone. He is never standing still.
No.
He's up and down that touchline all the time,
That's right.
screaming at his players to focus, get locked in. Like, take
He's
a
like
risk,
Conte.
take a risk.
He's like Conte. He's like Conte is.
Yeah.
Same kind of man like Conte used to be with Tottenham. Up and down, up and
But
down,
like,
up and down.
It's got a flipping Adamola Lookman coming back there on us, and it's written all over it. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what? It sounds bad, but I hope he does, because they're bored. All that you can see all the director of football sitting in there and in front of their box and everything. And that Adamola Lookman bangs a hat trick against us, and I hope he points up to them and go, "That could have been you." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I hope he does. I really hope he does, because I think he clearly wanted to come to Tottenham.
he would have done.
He was off.
Yeah, he would
He would
have.
have done, because we would have offered him a lot more money than what Atletico offered.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
I think he just wanted it out of Atlanta, so
He just wanted to get out, like the same with Victor Osimhen.
Oh, I'd love to have it. Oh, there's a top
get out of
centre
Napoli.
forward. Oh, I'd love to have him up front.
Mate,
Osimhen.
he's a menace. He's an absolute menace. He's a menace of a player.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. If we had him up front, we'd definitely stay up.
Yeah.
He just knows where the back of the net is, and unfortunately,
There you go.
we haven't got anyone that does.
And he's playing in Turkey. Work that one out.
No, he would.
Do you know why he's playing in Turkey? Because he gets to practically keep his whole 400k a week salary. That's why. Over here, it's all to do with the tax. That's why.
Yeah, he's there. Right, so he's there for the money. Good luck to him.
No,
I've got Mark. I've got to go now.
All right, sweet.
My
Thanks, Ellie.
husband's just come in. All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you have a great show as usual.
Yeah.
All right, and come on, you Spurs.
Absolutely.
Take care,
Thank
El.
you very much,
Take care.
Ellie.
Bye bye.
care.
Bye, Ellie. Bye.
Bye.
There we go. Ellie's
Penny's,
off. So go on, Anthony.
If Osimhen, just say in a world where Osimhen did sign for Spurs, he'll sign for us, and within a game or two, he'll be on the treatment table anyway. So I mean,
Yeah.
he won't be keeping us on the lead. Anyone that joins us will be on the treatment table. So
Speaking of injuries, I'm actually shocked that Danzo's back as quick as he is, because he's done a ligament in his toe, didn't he? In his big toe.
Yeah.
That's painful.
I know.
That's extremely painful.
Yeah.
And I thought he would have been. I thought he would have been out to at least mid-April, but he's back, and I'm actually really excited about that, because I think he's
a good player.
Only players this season who's been consistent.
Exactly.
He's been consistent, and that's what we've lacked all season. We haven't even got. I don't even think we've won So I think what did we do? We won our first 2 games of the season. Was it Burnley and City? And after that, we've not strung 2 wins together since, have we?
No,
No,
we haven't.
no, we haven't.
Oh, is it just the start of the season? Was the only time we won 2 games in a row?
Yeah, I think it was Burnley
Yeah.
first, then it was
away.
City, and then that's it. That's all I remember.
That's mad, isn't it? That is.
Well, it's Tottenham, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's Tottenham. It wouldn't be anybody else, would it?
No. Rudolph's made some points here. I just want to bring up 2 or 3 points he's made. Don't know what you all think about this one. He says, be careful saying players have not got character or have no character. We have the players we have, so we must find a way to get results. Correct, Rudolph? I agree with that part of it. If you look at all the teams, we are worse at passing. We must work at passing drills. And apparently that's what they've been doing this week, Rudolph. I don't know about be careful saying players have not got character or not. I think it depends how you look at the game, Rudolph.
That second half of Arsenal showed 0 character from all of those players.
And that's how I look at it too. So what I'm saying is, Rudolph, is that I want to see the character. Yeah, not for 10 minutes, not for 20 minutes. I want to see it for 90 minutes.
We saw it, yeah, that's right, I agree. But we saw it against Man City in the second half at home when we come back to draw 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's against Man City. We always find a way against City, don't we?
Well, yeah, shame we can't play City every week for the next 10 games.
There you go.
We've got the hoodoo
Tell you what,
over
right,
City.
against that City game, right, you saw a lot of character, especially in that second half. Right?
That's right.
Because, what's his name? I remember I watched Xavi, right? He dashed past 2 players.
Yeah.
But then he gave a simple little 10-yard pass away, just passed it to a City player by mistake, right? But what he did was he ran about 20 yards after that, tackled in, ball went out of play, and he screamed and stuff like that, pumped his shit. That's what we need to see. Bit of fire.
Every week,
you know
for 90 minutes.
Again, the Arsenal game, there was nothing. You saw Gabriel, you saw Trossard cheering the crowd up and stuff like that. There was nothing from our lot. Our lot were so petrified of Arsenal.
They were.
And teams like Wolves and Brentford and Manchester United have just shown us in recent weeks that they can be got at because they don't like it when you're in their faces.
That's right. Man United beat 3-2 at Arsenal. They can get got at. I agree.
But it's just, I think our players' mentality and confidence is so shot at the moment. That is probably not a good, is at least 50% of the reason why our results have been so poor over the last 18 months.
We were beat before we went out to play the Arsenal. Before we stepped on the pitch, we were beaten. Even our mascots look petrified.
There you go.
Mascot was sitting down having a fag, thinking, "Oh, I've sod this."
Yeah. And this comment here from the Sport in Germany, I think, sums a lot of it up as well. Would you even care if the players from the leadership group got sold, as you were talking about it earlier? As an outsider looking in, it's these players who are letting the Tottenham fans down, I think. Sporting's talking about Romero, Van der Ven. Who's the other one?
Vicario, who talks a good game. He talks a good game and lets the side down most weeks.
Yeah, it's 5 players, isn't it? It's Vic.
Well, Maddison used to be.
No, Maddison still isn't it? Oh, and Ben Davis. That's it. Ben Davis. Who 2 players are out for the season.
Well, Ben Davis will be gone next season, and he'll forget about it. He'll be gone.
He will be gone. But fair play to that. Fair play to the lad. Loyal servant. Fair play to him.
Fair play. Not a great player, but you know.
It is what it is.
I'd still rather him at left back than Spence because at least he's a natural left-footed player.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Yep. But Spence will be left back. Spence will be left back against Fulham, won't he?
Probably.
Is a thought for you, gents. Just as we've got Danzo back, why not Oh, it's a massive risk. Massive risk. It's just another option. You got
Go on, mate.
Radu and what's his name? Radu and
Danzo.
Danzo, centre back. Porro
And
right back. What about
Van der Ven
Mickey?
left back
Mickey left back.
or left wing back.
If you're not going to use Sousa, why not try Mickey at left
Down the
back?
left.
Have you
Yeah,
seen-
attacking left
he's
back,
he's
yeah.
a menace.
We
Oh,
can
yeah.
see
Absolute-
he's done it before going through the middle with the ball. He can do that. You can do it. He can get out there.
Well, he plays left back for Holland, doesn't he?
Well, he's played forward before, and he used to be a centre. He used to be a centre forward or something in the past or something. When he moved,
In his on his what was it?
Many
Where he
moons
was
ago.
for his Dutch team, team he was playing for, his under 18s Dutch team. He started off as a centre forward, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
you could play him down
And
the
you
left.
could see you could see that because
Interesting,
that finish he done against Copenhagen was sublime.
Yeah.
Obviously
Yeah.
the run was better, but the finish just was the icing on the cake.
Guys,
But-
I've got to go, but nice chatting to you guys. Nice
Yeah,
meeting
no
you.
worries,
Yeah.
Anthony. Appreciate
Well
you, mate.
done.
Thanks
Cheers,
for
Dan.
jumping on. Thanks for jumping on, mate.
Thanks for
mate.
coming
soon.
on, brother.
See you
Cheers.
soon, fella. Take care. Right, hang on a minute. I had some comments here. I just had a couple of comments that I'd starred. Let me see if I can find them. This one here. Has anyone heard anything about that? I heard a rumour.
I
Yeah,
saw this. I saw this this morning. I laughed.
There you go. There you go.
Barton
So,
going to Madrid.
yeah,
What, on holiday?
maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Sitting
knows?
on a city break for the weekend.
City break for the weekend. Yeah, he went. Yeah, city break.
Who knows?
Move on, Cookie.
Move on. We'll go on to this one. David's put in, bad news came yesterday. We are the 9th biggest club in revenue in Europe, but the 3rd biggest pre-tax loss of any European club in 2025. We are 129 million in pre-tax deficits. Thoughts on that, gentlemen?
Well, if we go down, it's going to be even worse, isn't it?
I
do you
knew
know what?
one of you was going to say that. I didn't know
Did
which
you
one.
know? Do you know, this is what I said. People will say, I don't think people realise like the massive repercussions what will happen if
we go down.
go down.
Yeah.
Our wage bill, I think, what was it, is 260 something million pound.
Yeah. It's a lot
For
of
the
money.
year,
Mm.
266 million pound a year. In the championship, you're only allowed a maximum of 115.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a huge fire sale.
We
Right.
don't think about it. Well, we don't want to think about it, really, do we? But even though we have to, we don't.
What was it? I think I was watching. It was on the Spurs 5 last night. I think Sava said. I think it was. I can't remember. I think it was just mad.
Johnny and all that have said all that, and Sean Butler said they said all that. Yeah, but they know what they're talking about. When it comes to things like
just
that.
just Madison, and I think Mickey Van der Ven is 16 million pounds. That's just 2 players
Yeah.
for a salary. And I'm just like, absolute. I'm like, and then you got to go. Then you got to take into consideration the valuation of the club will completely
go
drop
down.
to probably
Yeah.
under a billion.
Yeah.
Because we've been demoted. Then that will
All the sponsorship deals.
all the
all the
sponsorship
sponsorship deals will absolutely collapse and
Yeah,
fold.
big pennies.
No,
Yeah.
you think which massive company is going to come in and want to have their name on our stadium for a stadium rights? No one.
Can
you imagine?
We can't even get it in the Premier League.
Can you imagine Jeff Bezos coming out to us in the Amazon Arena in the Championship? No chance. Do you know what I mean? It's an
You never know.
absolute.
You never know. Elon might jump in as it's
Oh,
going. You know what I mean?
That's it. Elon, apparently, I read this was a long time ago. It was about a year ago. He wants Liverpool, doesn't he?
I don't
He
know,
wants
mate.
he wants Liverpool a lot. But I was like, oh, mate, you're the richest fucker in the world, mate. Just go and buy it.
At least you know if he comes in for you, he can afford it. Do you know what I mean? There won't be too many due diligence tests there. I don't think. You know,
That
everyone
guy
knows
is
it's
so
got-
rich. He could buy Spurs probably 20 times in 2 lifetimes.
Listen, I'll tell you, I watched something about Elon Musk today, right? Because, and the only reason was that my mum lived in Texas for about 12 years before she died, right? Anyway, I was just scrolling through YouTube this afternoon, and there's a thing on YouTube about Elon Musk, yeah, and what he's doing in the state of Texas in a city called Brownsville, which is quite a way down, nearly on the coast down there. If you get a chance, just tap it into your YouTube, go and have a look, right? Even the cars that he makes, all the Teslas and everything, that's all that's there. You know, like everyone drives them. He's building housing estates, new towns, everything. It's amazing what he's doing down there. Honestly, absolutely amazing. Fair play to him. Whether
man-
you like him or not, whether you
Oh,
like him
no.
or not, he's spending his money. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I absolutely love the guy. If you can send a rocket into outer space and bring it back and dock it from where it landed, you're a bit unique, ain't you? Let's
There
be
you go,
honest,
mate.
you are.
There you go.
I think the Spurs players need a rocket.
Yeah,
Well,
Elon's rocket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up there. You know what?
So, someone Dio's put, is it April Fool's yet? I'm just telling you, Dio. The word was out there that they're in for Archie, so I starred it. You know what I mean? How true it is, I don't know.
The
John
one thing
said-
I will say about Archie Gray is I do feel sorry for him because he's a natural central midfielder, isn't he?
Well,
He's a natural
yeah,
born central midfielder, and
yeah.
he's not been given a consistent run of like 10 to 15 games in that position to try and cement it. He had a few earlier on in the season, but then we had injuries and he had to go right back. And I'm like, oh no, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Do you know what I mean? I do feel sorry for lad. There is a player in there because I just believe there is a player in there, but he's not what we need right now, is it?
I know he starts now in the game, but he's not a starter. You can't start.
He's not a starter, but this is the thing. This is where it comes down to recruitment. We're buying these players like Tells and Graves and Bergvals to come into the first team. These players should be integrated into the team with players like more senior players to look up to and learn from. They've just been thrown in a shark tank, and this is why one of the main reasons where we are in our current state, because we're heavy reliant on 19 to 20-year-olds who haven't got Premier League experience when they first signed. Tell had no Premier League experience. Gray, all right, he had English football experience, but not Premier League. And neither did Bergvall.
That's right. But we never replaced Son, did we?
We haven't. We've done even worse. We sold Johnson. We didn't. And then a day later?
Yeah,
we had a game. Kudus went down.
That was that.
And then so we actually haven't got any natural wingers available in our team because Tell is not a natural winger. He's a natural striker. He started his career at Bayern. He was a striker.
Yeah.
Then Kane come in
and pushed him out.
And then for obvious reasons, because Kane is light years ahead of him when it comes to ability. Yeah. And then, do you know what I mean? And Bayern just pushed him out to the wing, and it didn't sit well there. Then they loaned him to us, and the rest is history, isn't it? Let's be honest. The rest is history.
Yeah, made some terrible decisions, haven't they? Spurs made some terrible decisions over the years with recruitment.
Yeah,
they really have.
No one can say we haven't spent the money, Simon, because we have. We've spent fortunes.
We had plans like Steve Itchin for a start, didn't we?
Yeah. You know, and unfortunately, it's just.
Now we got Lang. Mitchell was very good. Now we got Lang.
Mitchell and Potch was the connected. They built a brilliant.
There you go. Why do you think Villa got rid of Lang?
Yeah, because he's useless. That's
Because
why.
they weren't good enough.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're absolutely crap at your job, you seem to get put on a priority list at Tottenham, don't you?
We're taking.
Yeah.
Lang. Yeah, he done a shit job. We're taking.
Yeah.
And he's doing a shit job. He's doing a what's name job at Tottenham, isn't he? He has to go at the end of the season. Sorry, he has to go. Lange has to go. Stay up or what? He has to go. I'm sorry, he has to go.
Him and Vinay both have to go. They
I
have
totally
to go.
agree. That
because-
Vinay, I don't know what he's about. Talks another one who can talk a good game. That doesn't come up with anything.
No. Listen, all I know is in the summer, if we manage to stay up by hook or by crook, you know, if Enoch don't put the right people in place, as in football people, to get this football club up and running again, it's only going to go one way if they continue as they do. Chaps, I'm going to wrap the show up now. I'm going to spend a bit of time with my missus this evening. We are. Well, the two marks will be back tomorrow morning with the breakfast brunch. I just want to say before we go, big thank you to Mr. Taylor for popping on and for sending in a super sticker. Thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate it. Big up to everyone who's been in the chat tonight. I can see you've all been having a chat away in there. Sorry to Colin that we're wrapping up now. Sorry, Colin, but nice to see you. Hope you're all well. We'll be back tomorrow, 9:30 for the breakfast brunch. Big up to Dave. Big up to Simon. Help me. Big up to Anthony. Was anyone else been on?
Ellie.
Mark, you, Dave, Ellie. There you go. Big up to everyone. Really appreciate it. See you tomorrow morning, 9:30 for the breakfast brunch. Cheers, everyone, and have a good evening. Take care, everyone.
Cheers, Cookie.
Come on, you
Cheers,
Spurs.
Cookie.
Up,
Take
Simon.
care, mate.
Big up, Dave.
Take care, boys.
Come
Take
on, the
care.
Spurs.
Let's go.
Bye.
Show.